Swept Under the Rug.
Swept under the rug.
Alright listeners, welcome aboard another episode of Swept Under the Rug, episode 15. It's a bit of a different one this week. We are sat on a picnic bench outside the Distillery pub, Canal side here in Birmingham. And
Nice day, isn't it? It's a really nice day. It is a very nice day.
I think we all agree it is a very nice day. The three voices that you heard there is that of Aaron Gill.
Good to be here again.
Great to have you back. Rohan Joban Putra.
Hello.
And Chris Phillips.
Hello guys.
We're going to be talking news and everything in between, as per usual. Our main news stories this week are the HMS Queen Elizabeth. I hope that's more exciting than it sounds.
Yeah, it is.
Weetabix. Also hope that's more exciting than it sounds. Dating website videos. Also hope that's more exciting than it sounds. And prisons in the US, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, stay locked for that and quickfire news stories. We've got some really exciting supermarket madness as well.
Very exciting.
We went to a Chinese supermarket.
Vanguard supermarket.
Vanguard supermarket, thanks for chipping in there,
As
lads.
you can see on our new Snapchat as well, Snapchat account.
Indeed. Where can you find us on Snapchat, Gil?
It is Swept Under the Rug in acronym, so SUTR. I needed help there, thank you. _ podcast.
Right,
With
get
capital
involved with that with a capital P, listeners. Get involved with that and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the bits and pieces.
Yeah.
We'll get on with the show after this mum jingle. See you in a bit.
Hi, I'm Simon's mum, and you're listening to Swept Under the Rug.
Boom. Alright, we'll get straight into some quickfire news, and I'll start with the news that Malawi, an African nation, has launched the continent's first air corridor to test the use of drones, or unmanned aerial vehicles, in humanitarian missions. So it's sort of part sponsored by the UN and UNICEF, I think. And they're going to use this to test aerial scouting in crises, and delivering supplies and boosting internet connectivity. So they've done a few tests and stuff, and there was also a project that was similarly launched in Rwanda last year to deliver medical supplies. And so the test flight last year was used to deliver blood for early infant diagnosis of HIV.
Okay,
That's pretty good.
good.
Into Malawian hospitals, and the organisation also used camera-equipped drones to assess the needs of people cut off in a flood. So there could be some really positive things to come out of this, and it's all backed, as I said, by the UN and the Malawian government and UNICEF. So we'll see what comes of that.
Yeah.
So it's all charitable.
I think basically there's a lot of kind of humanitarian aid going on with it. So it all seems really positive to me. And it's good to see that kind of innovation happening in Africa, really.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to Gil.
Yeah, mine's more pop culture and less humanitarian.
That's all right.
But Beyonce and Jay-Z have named the newly born twins. And they haven't officially confirmed it yet, but I think they found it out, CBS have found it out on their Instagram. And the children's names are Rumi and Sir. So Rumi and Sir Carter. What do you think about that?
Interesting. I mean,
I don't get this celebrity baby name.
Yeah.
They're all trying to compete for the weirdest one.
And consider the joining the sibling Blue Ivy Carter as well.
yeah. We're not sure whether it's Blue Ivy or Ivy Blue, are we?
Ivy Blue. There's definitely blue in the name.
Yeah, it's definitely those two words in some sort of order.
But Sir Carter is, again, I wouldn't pick that. But
No.
Rumi, I actually like that one. Only because, it's
Is it R-U-M-I? Right?
R-U-M-I. And that is, if I'm not mistaken, a goddess in Hinduism. Or if not a goddess, a religious figure in Hinduism.
Right.
So if they chose it for that reason, fair play, respectable. But if not,
It's a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
I read something earlier when I was looking up your story, I think it was a poet or something, or a writer who'd maybe used these names in something.
Yeah.
So that might be where it's come from.
Right.
If not, a little bizarre. The noise you might have heard in the background during that story, listeners, was a barge tootling along the canal.
what a great word.
And we'll move on to Rohan
Very good way to put it.
with his quickfire story.
Okay, so this is the news that Prada have designed a paperclip made of solid silver.
Okay.
It can be yours for only $185.
Right.
Did they really design a paperclip, or did they just
I
make
don't
it
know.
out of
It's
silver?
it's a massive silver paperclip with Prada.
Let's have a look
on
at the
it.
picture.
Why?
Is there at least Prada on it, or is it literally
Yeah, it
just...
says Prada on it.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, but
It's
why
like-
would you buy one paperclip for like
It's not-
180?
apparently it's not a paperclip. It's a bit bigger than a paperclip, and it's a money clip. So if you have
That is, to be fair, is that if there's a swankier way to hold your cash, it's in a Prada money clip.
if you have the amount of money that you're going to be needing a money clip,
Maybe that's for you.
yeah. But
Yeah,
it
that's
joins
a fair point.
it joins such things as, remember Balenciaga's IKEA bag that they sold for like
No.
you know the blue IKEA bags that you can literally use
like
for anything.
bag for
right,
life kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Big up bag for lives.
Balenciaga sold one pretty much exactly the same product
Right.
for £1,600.
Wow.
And yeah, I think we had a story a few weeks ago about some jeans that
Oh,
looked
the
like
dirty jeans.
they'd been dragged through the Nordstrom jeans.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
it's just, there's a lot of
It
examples.
is mad.
of-
Supreme do quite a lot of those kind of things. Have you seen the
Yeah,
Supreme
there's-
house brick?
There's
No.
a picture
Really?
of it
There
here.
we go.
The
A house,
Supreme
legit a
brand.
house.
There we go.
That's it.
With
It's a bit
their Supreme
ridiculous.
logo just stamped
Oh, wow.
into it.
Yeah.
Which
To be
is
fair though, the money clip, I get, you know, like tie clips.
Yeah.
It's only a small thing, but it's people notice it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but
So
if
I
you
guess-
pull out a money clip,
Yeah, people aren't going to notice it. At least a tie clip, you're wearing it the whole
Yeah.
time, I guess. But
There's also a £185 coated paper bag, so a waterproof paper bag,
Right.
which is not Prada, but it's another ridiculously priced fashion item.
wow.
interesting. There's lots of them about, listeners.
Yeah.
Don't get sucked into the trap. It's Chris's story.
Okay, I'm bringing it right down, I'm afraid.
That's all right.
I don't know if you've heard about this, but there was a YouTube couple this week. I think they were quite a small channel, but you know they dreamed about making it massive on YouTube. So they tried to do one of these crazy stunts, and it actually ended up in one of them dying.
I did hear about this.
So it was Mona Lisa Perez accidentally managed to kill her boyfriend Pedro Ruiz, and she's been charged with manslaughter. So apparently Ruiz managed to convince her that holding a book in front of his chest could stop a bullet fired from about a foot away. But I mean, it wasn't just a standard pistol, it was a Desert Eagle, which, if you don't know, is an extremely powerful pistol. And there's a video on YouTube of a Desert Eagle, a bullet from that going through 10 phone books. So the guy, he didn't stand a chance. Yeah, I suppose the lesson to be learned though, never point a gun at anything you don't intend to kill.
No.
Yeah.
Because
Or just don't use a gun.
you don't use a gun.
To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
another
not.
debate for another podcast, I think.
Indeed it is. And we'll move swiftly on to some supermarket madness on the way.
Very
after
exciting
this.
supermarket madness.
Yeah, Rohan's
I'm
excited.
very excited.
And you should be too, listeners. See you in a bit.
Hi, I'm Chris's mum, and you're listening to Swept Under the Rug.
Bang! Supermarket madness is here for another week. We're really excited about this.
Not after smelling some of this stuff, I'm not.
We've got drinks and we've got food.
You're gonna have to help
And
me
what-
pronounce this.
Willingau?
Guilingao, which is both a drink and food.
Yeah.
It's like
Same
jelly
We're not really
in
sure.
sauce. It's the ingredients is honey and licorice and some other stuff.
It looks very odd.
It does look odd. Shall I give it a go?
I think, yeah, we'll get straight into that one.
All right. Oh god.
Oh,
Gil's gone in there with his plastic
Pass it
spoon.
around.
Rohan
Yeah.
can have a go in it.
It comes with a
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
it doesn't
not
look
too bad.
nice.
How would you
though.
describe the taste?
No, it's not terrible.
It's
Alright.
a very, very light honey flavour,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it's just jelly, pretty much. Jelly soaked in like a honey,
Yeah,
Right.
a honey sauce.
it's actually not awful.
Yeah,
it
it's
comes
just-
in like a can, listeners, like a sort of baked beans tin.
We
And
thought
it's-
it was a drink at first.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a black can of.
It's not awful, is it?
But
It's not, I'm not a fan.
It's black jelly.
Like, I
honey,
wouldn't-
pretty much.
I wouldn't voluntarily buy it, but
No.
I'm gonna finish it
it's
though.
not, it's not bad.
Okay. That's
cost-
quite high praise.
It cost me
Positive
60p.
It tastes like something quite recognisable, but I can't
Yeah.
think.
Like treacle sort of. No,
Sort
not,
of.
not that sweet though.
No, there's something
Honey,
else
literally,
going on
it
there.
tastes like honey.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
I don't know, there's something else there. Anyway,
What are we going
we'll
for
move
next?
on to, we'll go this next. We'll go the papaya drink, which, shall I give it a go? It's alright, it just tastes like papaya, to be honest.
Have you tried papaya?
Yeah, yeah. It's
I think
sort
I've
of
had papaya, but I can't remember what it tastes like.
a bit like
It tastes a lot better than it smells.
if it was a papaya ice cream kind of melted down into
Yeah.
a can,
Yeah, it does taste quite
It's
milky.
odd.
Yeah.
It tastes like an ice cream.
which, don't know, maybe that's what papaya juice is like.
I thought papaya was a vegetable.
No, it's a fruit. sort of.
It's not bad.
Almost looks a bit like a mango on the outside.
It tastes
To be fair, it does have a cow on the front. That might be why it tastes like milk.
It's probably a papaya milkshake. Then.
Yeah, it has milk powder in it and condensed milk.
To be fair, it was quite nice.
I actually like that, yeah.
So I'm gonna go for a second swig.
It was alright. So we'll end on the worst looking one left, and we'll go with apple cider first.
This is just non-alcoholic apple cider.
Yeah,
Looks like
but it's
it.
got a really funky Chinese writing over an apple on the front, which is what attracted me to it.
I'm pretty sure it just says apple cider.
It's quite an indie can.
It is quite an indie can. It's pretty nice.
Is that why you're attracted to it, Simon?
I'm just an indie guy.
Honestly,
you know what I
it's just tastes like appetizer.
mean? Yeah, it's pretty decent.
It's nice.
Might
Quite
go
like
back and
that.
get some more of that.
You're gonna compare it to your actual
Yeah,
cider.
yeah, I have just. Listeners, I have just got a half a pint of cider. Simmons cider.
Simmons cider.
Simmons cider to be exact.
No one
Cheapest
knows
one.
what that is.
Cheapest one at the distillery.
Yeah, this place looks pretty
It's
posh.
a very posh pub. We sort of sat in the corner out of the way so no one tells us off. What do we make of that one?
That's
I
nice.
like it.
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
Fizzy apple juice.
Yeah.
best one so
To be
far.
honest.
Okay, so out of the ones so far, out of 10 for the Gullingau,
I'm gonna give the Gwillingau
A 6.
yeah,
A solid 6.
five and a half.
5.
I'll go 4.
Solid 6.
Papaya juice, 6 for me.
6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd give that a 6.
Solid. And the apple sidra,
It's 8.
8.
8.5.
It is just
Decent.
Yeah, without alcohol.
Pretty decent.
So
Unanimous
Rohan
reviews.
can go up next with the Jamaican Blue.
Before we have
Mountain
this,
coffee?
do we like coffee?
I don't.
I
I
can't
don't.
stand coffee.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, so none of us like coffee.
Right.
Good
I
start.
like the smell of it, but I don't like
Yeah,
the taste.
We're
I
gonna
like,
be
I like
very
coffee cake, but I
biased.
don't like coffee.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
It's probably quite unusual for people in general.
So
Commoners
Jamaican blue
Blue
I'm not a
Mountain
fan.
coffee.
Blue Mountain.
I mean, it does just taste like cold, fairly milky coffee.
It has an interesting can as well.
Yeah.
Pretty colourful.
Funky.
Did you even take any of that
Purple.
back, Chris?
Honestly,
Hardly
it's
any.
literally just coffee in a can. I don't know what the Blue Mountain stuff means.
Yeah, it is. It was
Both
just cold
hands on,
coffee.
use both hands.
Both hands.
Just dribbled all over
I
yourself.
did just dribble all over myself.
What are you going to do with all these open cans of...
We're gonna have to down them. It's just standard
Again,
coffee, isn't
all
it?
of them aren't very strong tasting. I was
No.
expecting like, I don't know, just strong
It
taste.
says Taiwan on the side. So we got Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee made in Taiwan from a Chinese supermarket
In England.
in Birmingham.
This is just
Very-
the way to
very
go.
multicultural.
Yeah, multicultural pod in lots of senses of the word. We'll move
We've got some food
on the
next.
wall. Food, yeah, which we've
What is
been
it?
joking looks like
It's
just
drywall.
pieces of plaster.
We've cut off the thing that says what it is.
It's in my pocket.
dried
Hold
yam,
on.
I think.
Dried yam,
Yeah.
which just looks like wall,
Drywall, yeah.
literally.
Mate,
looks
this
like,
doesn't say anything
as
on
opposed to wet wall. Thanks.
like chipped up.
It tastes like drywall as well.
Does it?
It smells like plaster.
I think it is just wall.
It's not, 'cause it's dried yam.
They made a mistake at the factory.
it. Oh,
Oh,
That's beautiful.
that is horrible.
that's
horrendous.
nasty.
That is really quite disgusting.
Yeah, as well
I
put
can't
Graham.
spit it out. This place is too posh.
So,
And we have a
I've just done
tissue.
no, don't.
Just go on the floor.
I just don't understand the appeal at all.
That is weird. It does just taste like plasterboard.
Yeah.
We'll
I think we have been sold some wall.
Yeah.
there is a bit of flavour to it.
No, horrible.
No, you can definitely taste that it's
Dried
some-
yam.
Yeah, you can definitely taste the yam, but it's just so dry.
I feel sick now.
That is disgusting.
Oh, I don't think it's that horrendous. What are we giving that out of 10?
That's worse than
One.
the carrot
That's
juice.
one.
It's not
One.
worse
That's
than
not
the
worse than the
carrot
carrot
juice.
juice.
That is worse than the
That's
carrot
an
juice.
over-exaggeration.
I would
I'd
have
give
carrot
it-
juice any day over
Give
that.
it a 2.
One.
That's having a 0.5, mate.
I owe 2.5. If you like wall,
we recommend dry yam.
It's
Oh wait, we've got one more.
we
Yeah.
make a decent building material.
Hopefully we can end on a plus.
Yeah, these
I
look
mean,
nice.
this is basically chocolate, right, Gil?
Yeah, it's chocolate flavoured rice rolls.
So it's like a
brown-
mini roll.
Yeah, like a mini roll, but
It's the rip thing.
But the Chinese version.
yeah, the Chinese version. So
We're going to take some of this apple cider to wash the yam taste away.
there's one mate. There's that.
These do look very nice.
They do. They don't feel like they're going to be tasty. Let's try it. So it is just rice, but chocolate flavoured.
Chocolate rice. What do we
Crispy.
reckon? I'm still struggling to get into my
It's
pack.
like
Yeah.
a cereal.
Yeah,
It's like a cereal bar, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a blue ribbon.
I mean,
Do you know the Nesquik little chocolate ball things?
No.
Never had
Oh
them?
no, yeah, I know what you
And
mean.
it tastes exactly like that?
Yeah,
Yeah, brown rice roll.
doesn't have that much flavour
Oh.
like everything else we've had, but
Probably
it's
the
not
yam.
bad.
Not
Yeah.
too much flavour.
Listeners, if you want to win a free packet of dried yam, enter the competition by emailing yam to mumjingles@gmail.com. What do we make of this chocolate?
It's alright.
Rice
I like
chocolate. Yeah?
pretty
I
average.
don't know, it is average.
It's literally like a blue ribbon.
It doesn't
Yeah,
have too much
blue
taste.
ribbons are distinctly average though, unless you want to sponsor us, in which case blue ribbons are amazing. Rohan, out of 10.
6.5.
Okay, Gil?
I'm going for an 8. I'm having enough.
Wow.
8. That's huge. Ridiculous. It's also reduced.
There you go. Quid.
It was £1.89, now £1 at Vanguard Supermarket. Chris?
It's 6.
6.
Pretty
yeah.
average.
I'd say 5. All right. Well, do check out the Vanguard Supermarket, listeners. I think we quite enjoyed
Yeah.
it, although the food, debatable.
But if you want to drink,
If you want to drink, yeah, good place to go. Apple Cidro, I think, is our recommendation.
yeah.
All right, so we'll be back at you with some news stories after this break.
I'm Rohan's mum, and you're listening to Swept Under the Rug.
That's the sound of yam snapping.
Dried yam.
Dried yam or wall.
Driest jam
snapping.
Yeah, you can actually see the dust fly in the air when I snap it.
Solution to the housing crisis, though.
Yeah, just buy some dried yam.
It is exactly like plasterboard. And we're here for the part of the podcast that encourages you to be your own journalist. It's time for some main stories. Although we're sat by the side of the canal and we've seen quite a few barges. So what's everyone's opinion on barges?
We were
What
just
sort of
speaking about
question
this. Yeah. We think barges are, I think barges are pretty boring. I don't get the point.
They are the caravans of
Water.
Canals.
water.
The sea.
I was going to say the barges of the sea, yeah.
No. There should be barges on the sea.
There shouldn't be barges
Should
anywhere.
be. Like, yeah, if you're gonna get anything that floats, get a speedboat or a jet ski, not a barge.
Or a cruise ship. I wouldn't
There
mind
you
one of
go.
them.
Or a yacht.
Get your own cruise ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid advice from everyone here on Swept Under the Rug. We'll start with Rohan's Weetabix story.
Okay. So this is the story that in New Zealand, customs officers have, well, in this article it puts it rather dramatically. It says they've seized and impounded hundreds of boxes of the breakfast cereal Weetabix after complaints by a rival cereal giant in New Zealand called Weet-Bix, without the A,
Right.
that it could confuse their customers. So there's a shop called A Little Bit of Britain in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Okay.
And they order this Weetabix in so the British expats who live in New Zealand can, get their daily
their Weetabix
Weetabix.
fix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently it's being held on the request of this brand, so that they have less competition or something.
Okay.
So maybe they have substandard Weetabix and they don't want
Yeah.
actual
and-
Weetabix.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is the world needs Weetabix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been accused of bullying small businesses because
Who, Weetabix?
not Weetabix,
Or
Weet-Bix.
Weet-Bix, okay.
Yeah,
Weet-Bix.
the New Zealand one, because obviously they're not letting this into the country, so the shops that sell it are losing money on it.
Right.
And presumably they've already bought it, so and they said the Sanitarium, which is the conglomerate which owns Weet-Bix, said that they would allow people to sell it if they place a sticker over the label of Weetabix and blank out the name Weetabix on the box when she sells it online. So you can't really tell what it is.
Right.
Until you open
So-
the
I
box.
feel like
Until
they
you
should do
open
that
the
with more
box.
products, just as
Yeah.
surprise.
A bit like we did today.
Yeah.
The dried yam.
The actual Weetabix factory is, of course, in James Acaster's hometown of Kettering. Fun fact for you.
That's-
There you go.
You're James Acaster fan, Simon.
I am a James Acaster fan, Gil.
James Acaster fan. You can't not be a James Acaster fan, can you?
He's good. He's quite good.
Yeah.
You seem disappointed with
A
little
bit
bit.
James
disappointed.
Acaster.
Who's your favourite comedian, Gil?
Oh, put me on the spot, but I'd say Russell Brand.
Okay, that's
Brand?
controversial.
Mm.
Interesting. Alright, anyway, more about Weetabix, Rohan. Have you got any more?
Not really. It's just they've been accused of bullying small businesses, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
And most people have agreed with their request to cover up the Weetabix label, except one person, one small shop owner, who's saying she won't be bullied, which is good.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever had a knockoff product that was better than the actual product itself?
Stackers from Aldi.
Okay.
It's better than Pringles.
Really?
It's literally the exact same thing. If you put it in a plate, I could not tell you it's any different.
Yeah.
But it's like half the price.
Okay.
I do have
Stackers.
a friend who
Right.
is convinced that everything from Aldi is better than whatever it's a rip-off of.
It's hard to disagree, really. I was going to say, quite an Aldi fan.
Maybe we should go to Aldi next week.
Maybe. Chris, do you want to...
Sure. So do we all remember the NHS attack from the ransomware a couple weeks ago? Well, this is news that apparently the £3.5 billion Royal Navy ship HMS Queen Elizabeth could also be vulnerable to this attack.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen a picture. I think this ship's relatively new.
This is the new aircraft carrier
Yeah,
I think, that they've launched. It took
Absolutely huge.
It took a whole day to manoeuvre it out of the dock or something.
Yeah.
And they had loads of little tugboats pushing it around.
I have
it's
a
so
picture
big.
of it if you'd like to see it.
Okay.
It's
That is quite big.
absolutely massive.
It's long.
It's very long.
And that could
There's an
be...
innuendo coming there.
No.
Not at all.
We're a responsible podcast. So it's running outdated Windows XP, which obviously I think came out in something like 2001, so it's very old.
Because the Navy do run, I think their submarines run
Yeah,
a version
well, that's
of Windows
the thing.
XP. With
Following
Windows
this, concerns have been raised about Trident and its systems, because obviously if that was hacked or whatever, it could be disastrous. A commander on the ship has assured people that it's secure and that they're well prepared for any attacks, and they've got cyber specialists on board. I think he was saying they designed the ship because obviously you can't just order a ship and have it come on the same day. You have to design it years and years in advance.
Right.
So when they were designing it at the time, I'm sure Windows XP was probably top of the game.
Yeah.
But now it's
still quite
just
scary,
not.
the fact that the same software that we're using on year 7 computers,
Yeah.
playing Pivot, other games, sending emails to each other in the
Pivot
class,
was great.
is the
Pivot
same
was great.
the same software used for
Yeah,
this
it's
aircraft
mad.
carrier to protect our country pretty much.
Yeah.
And they use Windows for submarines, which is basically a slightly modified version of Windows XP on all of their submarines. And apparently it can be very, very easily hacked. So
Right.
it's a bit worrying.
Yeah. Very much so.
I think they'd have at least a Windows Vista or something.
But obviously not. Anyway, my main story for this week comes courtesy of our friends at The Hustle, and it's that dating apps are trying to add videos, and dating websites as well, trying to add videos as they become increasingly kind of socially based. So Match.com CEO Mandy Ginsberg says seeing a video and hearing someone's voice is the holy grail of figuring out whether you are into them or not. So that's why Match.com, Hinge, which I've never heard of, Bumble, which I've never heard of, Zoosk.
I've heard of Zeus.
There we go. Gil's up on his dating apps. Will be bringing in their own video features, ranging from Instagram-like 10-second stories to a proper live conversation. Zoosk is going to launch a video chat platform centered around conversation topics such as Game of Thrones or summer plans.
It's pretty much just like Snapchat but for dating apps.
Yeah,
Dating apps.
basically.
But it's almost similar to those. I'm not sure if you know about the really old sort of 80s and 90s dating services where you'd record a video of yourself talking about yourself, saying where you're from, what your hobbies you like, and then people on that website can then view it and then decide if they want to talk to you or not. But those sort of dating websites have been discontinued.
Yeah.
Right. I'd never heard of that.
That's quite similar.
No,
to
I think the thing you said about they have conversations about certain topics, I think that's a good idea. Because it's you can see what they're
Yeah,
interested
but then
in.
what would you talk about on the date?
It's a fair point.
I suppose.
It's
But
just
if you're going to run out of things to talk about after one conversation,
Nah.
I guess you can't be catfish though, if you can actually see them talking.
Yeah, someone will probably find a way around it. But also, do you really want to be prescribed what topics you're going to talk to them about?
No,
I'm sure you
probably
can
not.
pick which ones you want to talk about.
Yeah, maybe if you both want to talk about the same topics, then you get matched together. I don't know, but
Being forced to talk about Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
On a so-called romantic.
Like pretending that you watch Game of Thrones just because you quite fancy someone would be a bit. Well,
I'd do that.
Yeah, to be fair. Anyway, and just to finish off last story, it might be all about money, basically. And keeping users on the app for longer means that the companies get more pounds sterling.
So makes sense. Obviously, they've got to earn some money on this.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll move on to Gil's story.
Yeah, so there's a new bill that's been made in America, and the aim of it is to curb prison populations.
Okay.
So since Bill Clinton's 1994 Act, which is the Mass Incarceration Act, he basically went really strict on putting people in prison. So any misdemeanor, you'd instantly go to jail, even non-violent crimes. And it was an attempt to reduce crime rate, because if you knew the threat of going to jail, you would less likely commit the crime, which makes sense.
Right.
But since then, American prisons are the largest population. Have the largest population of people in prison in the world.
Right.
So to reverse this and bring prison populations down, they've now announced the Reverse Mass Incarceration Act, which is hopefully about to decrease prison populations without raising crime rates. And it's about to do this by being less harsh on people. So if it's non-violent or if it's just a misdemeanor, then they'll be more likely to let you off. I think it's a good idea, but you do have the chance of just crime rate going well up. You know?
Yeah.
I think they've got to do something though, because they have so many people in prison.
Yeah.
It's costing them so much money.
And the conditions for the prisoners are really, really quite bad, because the thing with prison is, like, its purpose is rehabilitation, not like getting these people out of society forever.
Yeah.
That's what its purpose should be. So, like, if you have less prisoners, then you have more money to spend on rehabilitation and helping these people actually get back into society.
Yeah.
And, like,
You were talking about a prison-based podcast the other week, which we can maybe talk about in the next section, which is cultural recommendations. Stick around for that, listeners. We'll see you in a bit. Zap. It's cultural recommendations time, and the culture guy's back in the house or on the picnic bench. And so we'll start with him and we'll do some music first.
Okay, so mine's quite an old, well, it's 2 years old.
Okay.
It's an album. It's called Days Are Gone by Haim.
No, I can't stand Haim.
Have you listened? Is it their new stuff though?
I can't stand any of this stuff.
Is that how it's pronounced?
I don't know.
I always thought it was Haim.
I thought it was Haim as well.
I don't know.
Ooh, bit of a split on the picnic bench. The right side going for Haim, the left side going for Haim. The right side in more senses of the word.
Which one's the left or the right?
Well, to my right.
My left.
Anyway, Rohan.
Yeah, I really like it because I listened to their new singles and I quite like them, so I decided to listen to their old album and I really like it, and I'd recommend Falling the Wire and My Song 5 off this album.
Okay.
So yeah, go check those out.
Haim are the people that did Wings of a Butterfly like years ago.
I don't know.
No, that's him.
Okay. Different band. They had one of their new videos was directed by Paul Thomas Anderson of There Will Be Blood.
Oh right.
Boogie Nights. All that kind of stuff.
The Daniel Day-Lewis one. There will be blood.
Yeah. Great film. Daniel Day-Lewis retired, hasn't he?
Yeah.
What do we make of that?
I think he's got enough Oscars, so I think he's all right.
I think it's fair enough.
He's won 3 Oscars now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
One for Lincoln, one for There Will Be Blood.
Gangs of New York, was that the other? No, I don't think it was.
My Left Foot, that was it.
Yeah. Right. Good film knowledge from Gil. Has he got the music knowledge?
Well, my cultural recommendation this week is after the recent passing of Chris Cornell, I went through all of Soundgarden's discography, and the most probably famous song is Black Hole Sun off the album Super Unknown. But I'd say my favourite album from Soundgarden is Badmotorfinger, which is the album before Super Unknown.
Okay.
That has songs like Rusty Cage on, and what else? Holy Water. I think it's obviously Soundgarden being one of the big 4 Seattle grunge bands of the 90s. The other 3 being Nirvana, Alice in Chains, and Pearl Jam. I'd definitely say Badmotorfinger is the best grunge album, especially during the 90s.
Okay. Anyone have any opinions on that?
I quite like Soundgarden.
I've listened to Super Unknown and I like that.
Yeah, if you like Super Unknown, you'll definitely like Badmotorfinger. If not, like Badmotorfinger more.
Did you like anything of, is it King Animal? I think that's their newest
No,
one.
yeah, King Animal was just 2013, I think.
Yeah.
And,
I really like Been Away Too Long.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good song.
It is. I think it's good. It's a good album, but I don't think you can touch anywhere near
no.
their old stuff.
I agree.
My favourite Soundgarden song, the two that I know, is Spoon Man.
Spoon Man,
Great song.
That's also off Super Unknown. That's something they really hit commercial success when they made Super Unknown.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Badmotorfinger, just give it a listen. It's my favourite.
Right, well, I might do. If you recommend it, Gil.
I do.
My musical recommendation for this week is a new song. I think he's got a new album on the way as well. A guy called Jordan Rakai, who is a singer-songwriter from Australia, Brisbane to be precise. And his new track is called Sorceress, and it's out on Ninja Tune Records, which is a brilliant record label based out of London. So that's well worth checking out. His debut album came out, it might have even been last year, you know. It was either last year or 2015, which is really good and really exciting. He also...
If you could compare it to anything, what would you compare it to?
That's a good question. When I say singer-songwriter, it's not like guitar and voice, it's more kind of keys, it's kind of jazzy.
On my street then.
Yeah, I think you might quite like it. But yeah, I don't know, comparison, that's a good question, come back to me on that one. But he also made some kind of dance tracks as well under a different name called Dan Kai, so he took the last syllables out of his first and second names, and released a little EP on Rhythm Section, which is another really good label, and that was called Joy, Ease and Lightness, and that came out last year. So if you get into Jordan Rakai in anywhere, that's another place to go and check him out. But yeah, check out his new single Sorceress, which is out now.
Sounds interesting.
We'll move further around the table to Chris.
Mine has just been inspired. I went to a record shop this week.
Okay.
Not
Old
with my
school.
dad. Yeah, very old school. I went with Dylan.
Oh yeah. Shouts to Dylan.
Yeah, shouts to Dylan. And we're just going in having a look, and I saw Michael Jackson's Bad in
Okay.
there,
Right.
and I bought it. So I've just been going through a load of Michael Jackson stuff recently, and it's just so good.
I definitely like old MJ than
Yeah.
newer MJ, or like post-thriller MJ.
More soulful.
Yeah.
I
more
prefer.
funky.
Yeah, I prefer post Thriller. I think Thriller's a
Right.
great album, but I think Bad's probably my favourite album.
Well, Thriller's the greatest
Great.
selling album of all
Yeah,
time, isn't it?
yeah.
By like bar none. I think it's
Is it?
yeah, like 80 million sold,
Okay.
and then the next closest thing, I don't know what it is, but the next closest selling thing is 50 million.
Oh wow.
So it's I don't think
Out of
anybody
the
will
run
ever beat Thriller's sales.
Sales. Right.
Yeah, Bad's a good album as well.
Bad's a great album.
Okay. Big up record shops. We'll move on to TV and film with Ronan.
Okay, so mine's one that's been recommended before on this show, but the trailer for season 3's just come out.
You recommended it, didn't you?
I did, yeah. And you did, I think.
No,
So-
I think I spoke about it. I don't think I
Okay.
recommended
But
it.
Chris
Yeah,
is
it's-
quickly getting disassociated with this. He doesn't
No,
wanna
you
be
know, no,
involved.
I do want to be involved with it. It's a great show.
It's called Rick and Morty,
Okay.
and it's a very it's quite dark, but it's really funny. It's a very intelligent show.
Right.
It's season 1 and 2 are both on Netflix, so if you have that, watch them. And season 3, episode 1, premiered quite a while ago now,
months ago.
a couple of months ago, and the rest of season 3 will be starting on July the 30th. And
Okay.
it looks like it's going to be really good from the trailer. So
It's animated, right?
Yeah,
it
it's
is
a cartoon.
animated.
There's definitely a cult following though on the internet.
Yeah.
and it's definitely among students as well.
Yeah. I just think
Rick and
it's
Morty
really
and
funny.
there's another animated one on Netflix as well that's also doing really well. I can't remember what the name
BoJack
is.
Horseman.
Oh,
Yes,
I watched
that's it,
that. I
yeah.
thought it was awful.
Apparently it starts off all right, but then gets much better, but a lot more depressing as well as it goes on. As it
But like, is that
finds
the
its-
humour though?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
like very black humor.
This is the fella with a horse on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So he is a horse.
Oh.
Oh, he is a
I thought
horse.
he was a man with a horse head.
Like a centaur.
I think he is a.
Yeah, but
well,
no, that's the other way around.
Inverse.
Reverse centaur. That would have been a better name for the show. Anyway, Gil.
Yeah, mine's also another animated show on Netflix. It's called F is for Family. You heard of it?
Okay.
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I
the
think so.
I'm not sure if he's involved in the creation of it, but the lead actor in it is Bill Burr, you know, the comedian.
Yeah.
Bill who?
Bill Burr, he's friends of Louis C.K.
I think I know who it is.
I
yeah.
think he's really funny. I'm not sure what part of America, but he's an American comedian. He's had 3 or 4 specials now on Netflix,
Okay.
and he's now started this sitcom, animated sitcom, a bit like a Family Guy sort of Simpsons thing, but a lot darker and a lot for older adults.
Right.
And it centres around just a family getting through their daily lives, but set in the 70s.
Okay.
And the main, I think, attraction of it is the difference in time periods from now to how it was in the 70s.
Right.
And you can tell it's come from Bill Burr's sort of past experiences. So I think that's the biggest attraction of it, like the 70s memorabilia of it.
Okay. Well, if you're into your 70s, get involved with that. My TV and film recommendation this week is TV, and it's not even a TV show. It's just as a cricket fan, I'm very excited that the BBC have once again got the rights to live cricket, which starts in 2020, which is a bit of a long wait, but. They'll have some of the England internationals and the new domestic T20 competition, which I think is going to be city-based rather than counties. So there'll be like a Birmingham team. Well, there currently is a Birmingham team, but everyone else will sort of catch up.
Who has the rights now?
Sky. There are highlights on Channel
It's a bit
5, but it's not that accessible.
You reckon they've released it on 2020 on purpose?
Maybe.
Great,
Who knows? Who knows?
Because I think Sky got the rights when I was fairly young, like 2006 or something. So I really like cricket, but I haven't watched that much because Sky's got the rights. So because it's like it coming to BBC is really good.
Definitely. Yeah, the series that I first ever remember watching, I don't know whether I'd credit it as getting me into cricket, but was the infamous 2005 Ashes, where England won the Ashes back for the first time. Freddie Flintoff, all of that. Yeah. And that was the last ever series that was on terrestrial TV. It was on Channel 4 at that point. So it would be really good for the future of the game to get it back on terrestrial TV.
Yeah.
Chris?
Mine, which you nearly stole,
I did.
is I don't know is it a remake?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go with that.
Crystal Maze.
Yeah, it is. It's back.
I was on 4OD to watch the last leg, and I saw it on there, and I was like, oh, okay. I heard about this being advertised. I didn't know it was on. I watched most of it now. I had to leave, but it was the celebrity special.
Yeah.
Which has David Coulthard, I want to say, Jodie Kidd.
Okay, I saw a different episode.
Scarlett Moffat.
Was it a 90s thing?
No.
I think it used.
It used to be a 90s. Yeah, is that what you mean?
But yeah, like the old show.
Yeah, it used to be a 90s thing.
Now it's
Because
not.
they brought back another game show from the 90s, Catchphrase, for a bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
ITV, I think it was.
Yeah.
Obviously nowhere near as good as the original, but it was still good to see it come back, you know.
I think part of the joke with Crystal Maze is that it was never really very good in the first place.
That's the thing, like, I don't think anybody watched it when it was on, but it's always on catch up and like Gold and all these sort of sort of channels. So
I see, this was pretty good. This is like, because when I was a kid, I don't know if you ever watched it. I watched Jungle Run on CITV, which is basically that for kids. Jungle Run was amazing.
Jungle Run was awesome. I mean, they'd get trapped.
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
It's literally Crystal Maze, but for kids, and this is great. It had Joey Essex on it as well, and Richard Ayoade. Yeah, that he just ripped into it the whole show.
The guy from the IT crowd.
Yeah, he is a bit of a don.
If you're going to watch it for Richard Ayoade, because he's
so funny.
He's great.
He's definitely miles better than the other presenter. Do you remember the bald guy from the previous Crystal Mazes?
I've never really watched it, I just know about it.
Yeah, we sort of watch it as a joke quite often. Anyway, we'll do your podcast recommendation, Rohan.
Oh yeah.
Which we just briefly mentioned a couple of minutes ago, which is this set in a prison in the US.
Yeah, it's entirely like recorded, produced, and like everything about it is done in this prison. I think it's Canada.
Okay.
And it's just a podcast about daily life in prison, and they said they don't want to make it about whether they should be in prison or whether that's justified or anything. It's just about their day-to-day lives and what they do in prison, and it gives you an insight into it. And
it's quite interesting.
Yeah,
it's called Ear Hustle.
Ear Hustle, which is prison slang for eavesdropping, apparently.
Right, that's cool.
And I think the first episode was 20 minutes long. I haven't listened to any others, but I listened to the first one, and it was very interesting. It was about him picking a cellmate, which is obviously it's quite a big decision in someone's life. So
why are you laughing, Simon?
No reason.
So yeah, it was very interesting. So I'd definitely recommend it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look to dive into that at some point. Anyway, there's another podcast that you should be listening to right now, listeners, and that is Swept Under the Rug. And we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back at you with some more news stories in a quick-fire way after this mum jingle.
Hi, I'm Simon's mum, and you're listening to Swept Under the Rug.
Hello. It's the quick fire round of this week's Swept Under the Rug. And I'll start off with a story about avocados. We've had a bit much of them
Not having them again.
in recent weeks. Gil's almost breaking my iPad.
That's alright, I got it.
At the same time. So in the US, this company, a US online finance company called SoFi, in a bid to attract millennials to take out a mortgage, they're giving away free avocado toast to customers who open a mortgage in July.
Just one, or like a
Well, this is a good
supply?
point. I reckon it's just one.
okay.
Piece of
Why July?
avocado toast.
What's special about July?
Don't know.
Just
Maybe
need some more.
get good
There was
avocados in July. It's that kind of season.
There was a tweet that like kind of went a bit viral, like a month ago I think, that said maybe millennials would be able to afford houses if they weren't spending so much on avocado
This
toast.
is it.
There
The
you
whole
go.
thing is in a reference to Tim Garner, who is an Australian real estate developer, who accused millennials of not being able to buy homes because they are spending too much money on fancy breakfasts. So this caused uproar, obviously. And the writer of the article that I got it from says, well, this isn't really a new thing because his grandma would have been sort of offered like a free toaster or a washing machine or something.
Washing machine?
To open. Was it last week that we talked about the washing machine thing? Or was it
No,
somewhere
last
else?
week.
There was something about this scam where like people were offering free washing machines for something that cost less than a washing machine, and so
Right.
they were just getting free washing machines. Basically, it was kind of mental. But anyway, so yeah, if you want some avocado toast, then maybe get a mortgage with SoFi.
Are avocados even that expensive?
No, they're not.
I mean, it's not really an
It's not
incentive.
like- yeah, just-
I think
Also,
it's
they're not
just-
very nice, as we discovered a few weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I don't on toast with a bit of
Yeah,
bacon.
but I bet you haven't done
Who
it
knows?
properly. Like, if you like cooked it or like roasted it or something.
Can you roast avocado?
maybe.
Yeah, of course you can.
Really?
Guacamole's not bad. So.
Guacamole, avocados. Did you literally just
We just like
Spooned out
avocado.
have it on its own? It's not gonna be the best.
All right, you avocado expert. How would you recommend avocadoing?
Guacamole.
Yeah,
I don't
guacamole
really eat.
with
Yeah, avocado.
Doritos.
I'm sure there's other ways of eating it.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, this is possibly one of my favourite stories that we've ever done, just because of this guy's name,
I'm
Okay.
excited.
which I'll tell you later.
Ooh, is that good?
It is, honestly, it's amazing. So it's a guy from Australia, which might, be a reason behind it. So in Australia, maybe it might just be Sydney, but they have these things called Opal cards, which
Okay.
from what I gather is basically an Oyster card.
Right.
So you can, get on transport and that. And this guy's had the chip from it implanted into his hand.
Love him already.
So literally he can just go up to these train places, tap his hand on the scanner and walk straight through. Which
They should bring these
it's
to
pretty
Birmingham,
cool.
by the
Would
way.
save time.
Yeah,
Oysters.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Like a-
Yeah,
What would you call
I
it?
agree.
A lobster card.
a lobster.
Like him.
Apologies for that. Poor joke. Anyway.
This isn't the only thing he's had implanted. I can't remember what else he's had, but I think he's got about 3 different chips implanted into his body now.
Wow.
Obviously it means if his wallet was stolen, he could still get home.
Right.
So he's not, but it's
That's
not
cool.
really he's advised people not to do it, which, it's slightly concerning.
Well, he's done it 3 times.
Yeah,
so-
maybe he
obviously
just
not
wants to
that
be a
bad.
standout.
Yeah.
Do you want to know this guy's name?
Yeah, I do.
This is his legal name.
Okay.
Meow-Ludo, Disco Gamma, Meow-Meow.
Nice.
What a name.
Yeah, that's a quality name.
I hope he's picked that himself and his parents haven't said.
Yeah.
The baby and gone. Yeah, I reckon he looks like a
Meow-Ludo, Disco Gamma,
Disco
Meow-Meow.
Yeah.
Having disco as your middle name is pretty cool. Though.
Yeah,
it's quite cool.
So,
Yeah, I agree.
But like
having
surrounded
meow
by-
in your name 3 times is not cool.
I think once is enough.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
Jay-Z and Beyonce's long lost son.
Ah,
Bringing
maybe.
it full circle. Right, Rohan.
Okay, so this is well, it's not really that worrying for us in the UK, but Volvo's self-driving car apparently can't detect kangaroos.
Okay.
So they have a large animal detection system which can identify deer, elk, and caribou. But apparently, early testing in Australia shows that it can't adjust to the kangaroo's movement because they bounce. And this is a problem.
Can you like
Right.
detect moving objects?
It can detect moving objects, but apparently because of the way kangaroos move, the objects detection system uses the ground as a reference point, and because the kangaroo hops,
Right.
it can't properly detect the kangaroo because it would just be like flashing in and out of existence.
So
the
does,
detection
so
system.
does that mean like if a child on like
Pogo
stick,
Pogo stick.
or what a bouncing hopping
Space hopper.
space hopper, yeah.
I was going to say
So-
Pogo Stick's a bit 90s.
Yeah, space hopper, and he was playing behind the car, then surely that would detect.
That
That's
that
what
might
I
be a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big problem.
but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Has
So-
anyone ever mastered the technique for a Pogo Stick?
No.
I've never.
No, I've been on one like twice, and they're incredibly difficult things to.
Like once when I was like 7, and then yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Maybe one week we'll have a bit of a Pogo Stick.
Competition.
Yeah.
I'll destroy you all.
All right. Fighting talk from Gil. And
Stick.
his next
Yeah.
story.
So this story, bringing it back to vehicles, plating,
Transport.
Yeah, transport.
Okay, it's a bike.
It's a bike.
Yeah. Anyway, so residents of Hangzhou, I've said that right, in
Yeah.
China,
Nailed it, mate.
in an attempt to mitigate vehicle exhaust choking in the city, have launched the $24 million bike share program, which means 86,000 bicycles are just going to be lying around Hangzhou for the public to ride wherever they like, and they are literally left on sidewalks, under overpasses, in parks, all over the place, leant against walls, just so that it'll hopefully encourage people to ride bikes everywhere.
So
instead of
you can literally
public
just, you see a bike, pick it up and...
Go.
And then-
That's a pretty good idea.
But then wouldn't that just mean everybody, because everybody will get home
Yeah.
with this bike, so wouldn't that
Yeah.
mean just people just
Keep
take it home and keep the bike?
But I mean, it's,
that
At least they're
Bad
using the bike.
yeah, if they're using it,
Instead of
it's
using
better for the
cars.
environment.
This is. Go on.
Lord Buckethead.
Oh,
if you
yes.
remember
Yes,
him,
please.
One of his policies in his manifesto was free bikes for everyone to combat pollution, obesity, and bike theft. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
It definitely is a way to combat bike theft. There's this great photo, I was looking at this story earlier, and there's this aerial photo of just like thousands of bikes lying in the same kind of place, and you do worry that it might just sort of pile up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a better way of doing it. Like with Boris bikes, there's like
Yeah.
it's a certain
The system.
system, you
Yeah.
know. But with this, if it's just bikes lying everywhere, I think it just encourages theft.
And
Well, it's no point stealing one if you can get one for free, though,
yeah,
is there?
but
That's
there are
the
so
thing.
many of them. If there are so many of them that they're just ending up in like a bicycle graveyard, as I think it's called,
Yeah.
then like there's no point. But I think if they had a system like Boris bikes, then it would work much better.
Yeah.
But it's a good idea.
Definitely. Good idea from Hangzhou to end the news section of this week's pod. We're going to have a new section coming up next.
Very exciting new section.
Shower songs. Stay locked for that.
Shower songs.
Right, so the new section we've got today on Swept Under the Rug is shower songs, right? So recently I've been listening to Corin Bailey Ray's Put Your Records On. A bit of a throwback, but a bit of a classic as well.
Nice.
Yeah. So what have you been listening to, Si, in the shower?
Well, can we get Rohan to do an impression of Girl Put Your Records On or whatever it is
Girl,
first?
I
do know
don't
the song,
think I
don't
can.
you?
I do know the song,
Yeah.
but I don't think I can do it justice.
Is it because you're in public and you're embarrassed?
Because I'm in public and I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
And
do
also,
it.
Go on then,
I'll
Gil.
do it, okay.
Okay, we'll do
I'll
our
do-
own ones.
Yeah, okay, go on. You're gonna count me in.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favourite song. Just go ahead, let your hair down. That's what I'm gonna
That
do.
was good.
That was
Nailed it,
beautiful.
mate.
Thank you, mate.
my shower song, I was saying earlier, sometimes I'll have a cold shower just because it forces me to get through it quickly if I need to go on and do something else. And to get through this, I sing a French rap song.
A French rap song?
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
It's called Afro Trap Part 3, and I've forgotten who it's by. But it goes, hang on. I can't do the French bit, obviously, I'm just going to make noise. But it's like, the Champions League, the Champions League, and I just sort of do that over and over again.
I was a bit disappointed. I thought you were actually going to rap in French.
No, it's just the Champions League bit.
Oh, right.
It's something to do with football, I don't really.
Not even a Le Champions League, just...
No, yeah, it might be Le Champions League. That might have been it. Rather than det or whatever I was doing.
That's the extent of your French knowledge.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. That gets me through a cold shower. Chris?
Mine is, if you ask me, the best song in the world, which is Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. Mainly just
Respect,
because if you're in the shower and you just belt out the Wanted, it's just the best thing in the world.
Dead or alive.
There we go, Gil gets it.
Do you ever take your guitar into the shower?
No. I would if I could.
You could
Only
take
the
Betty
bath,
into
only
the
the
shower.
bath.
Yeah, you could do it in the bath actually.
Don't be
Put it on
ridiculous,
like
so.
a rubber ring. Right, Rohan.
So, song 2 by Blur. That's what I've been listening to in the shower.
You're going to do your impression? We've all done our songs.
We'll
Okay.
go.
No, that's
Oh,
awful.
that's poor.
What?
That's poor.
I wasn't ready.
It's poor.
We have to.
Shall we go again?
We have to do it again. Okay. I'll do the guitar this time. There's no
Way too
passion
high
there,
for me.
Rohan. There's no
Yeah.
passion.
I think
for me.
next week we're going to have more passion from you.
Okay.
Definitely. Stay tuned for next week's episode of Shower Songs. That was a great feature, Gil. Thanks for bringing it in.
No worries.
We'll see you all next week. We don't know where we'll be. We might be outside. We might be inside.
Might be in King's Heath.
Who knows? Yeah, we're going to do a
go with the
King's
flow.
Heath special.
Go with the flow, mate.
That's the strap line of Swept Under the Rug. Go with the flow. All right. Yeah. Have a great week, listeners. We'll see you soon. Take risks. To rhyme a bit.